would like to introduce you today to the critically endangered mountain pleasure horse. With their small numbers of about 3,000 and less than 300 active breeding mares, they have been placed on the critical endangered list of the American Equus Survival Trust. Because of their unique place in gaited horse history, they are being used in a number of genetic studies, most recently the Equine Genome Research Project. These wonderful horses have been carefully bred in the mountains of eastern Kentucky for over 175 traceable years. Early Kentuckians developed these sure-footed, smooth-gaited horses with great heart, a true willingness, intelligence, sweet, calm nature, and easy keepers to work the field and carry them over the steep and rugged mountains. The smooth four-beat gait was considered a necessity. Rougher horses were put to the plow, but the super smooth horses were the ones chosen to reproduce, and eventually a consistency of quality became the norm. Long before our country's Civil War, the amazing mountain pleasure horse of Kentucky was being developed. The Narragansett Pacer from Rhode Island found their way into the Appalachians with the Scottish settlers. Others came to work at the Swift Silver Mine near Campton in the late 1700s. The farmers of eastern Kentucky would come to depend on their horse for their very survival, and the mountain pleasure horse is the old breed of gaited horse developed in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. During the Civil War, these mountain horses, or saddlers as they were called, were a favorite mount of horses and favorite mount of soldiers, I should say, from both sides of the Mason-Dixon line. With roots that stretch deeply into history, these sturdy and beautiful horses have remained relatively unchanged for a century or more, reflecting the primitive Appalachian gaited horse. Genetic testing has shown the mountain pleasure horse to be ancestral to several modern breeds, including the American saddlebred, the Tennessee walking horse, and most recently the Rocky Mountain horse. Historians recount how early breeders made forays into eastern Kentucky to locate and purchase the finest gaited horses. In those days, horsemen knew if you wanted to produce horses with a locked-in four-beat gait, you put your stallions to saddle mares from the Kentucky hills. Only in the mid-period of the 20th century did financial incentives encourage the production of an extra horse here and there. In the 1930s, train cars of black horses were sold and taken to Tennessee. During the 1940s, they could expect to get $1,000 for a very good saddle horse. With that money, they could purchase an entire farm. Farmers might keep such an extra horse around for a sale to the drummers or salesmen that acted as agents for the wealthy folk of Virginia and Tennessee. Selling horses to breeders of Tennessee walkers and American saddlebreds was only part of the picture. These were the using horses of the mountain people, and the stallions are easy to handle teasers, making them invaluable to breeders of the Kentucky thoroughbred farms, even and unto this day. Until recently, few people from outside the eastern Kentucky region were aware of this treasure of the Appalachians. However, today, owners and breeders of the mountain pleasure horse can be found throughout the United States and Canada. One of the largest breeders in Oregon is right here in Albany. What you're witnessing today is the natural gait product of generations of careful breeding. The beauty and motion of the mountain pleasure horse is best seen and experienced when the horse is under saddle. They step out in a smooth four-beat gait, covering ground with minimal effort to both horse and rider. The footfalls sound a rhythmic four-beat cadence as each foot hits the ground individually. Riding a mountain pleasure horse is nearly effortless, and even long trail rides can be enjoyed in comfort. Because there is no bounce or need to post, people who have given up riding due to back or joint problems are often again able to ride in comfort. No action devices or special shoeing is necessary to produce this delightful ambling gait, and mountain pleasure foals are known to demonstrate their ability to gait by hitting a lick within hours of birth. The mountain pleasure horse is by no means dull. Some are used to herd cattle, others for field trials. In Kentucky, they show at the Briar Fest, and 4-H members ride them in drill teams and barrel racing. The Rockin' R Rhythm Riders Mountain Pleasure Horse Association drill team won the 2009 National 4-H Drill Team Championship riding mountain pleasure horses. Owners of mountain pleasure horses are often asked, are they the same as a Rocky Mountain horse? Well, to answer this simply, the mountain pleasure horse existed 100 years before the existence of the Rocky Mountain horse. The mountain pleasure tends to be a bit taller, longer bodied, and covers more ground with their gait. The key difference is genetic foundation. Whereas almost all Rocky Mountain horses are traced to the stallion Toby, fewer than 17% of the foundation horses of the mountain pleasure horse carry any trace of the Toby bloodline. The Commonwealth of Kentucky only recognizes the mountain pleasure horse and the Rocky Mountain horse to be mountain horse breeds. We invite you to come by the Mountain Pleasure Horse booth to meet these fine horses up close. Come read the proclamation from the Governor of Kentucky and see the list of other endangered horses being watched by the American Equus Survival Trust. We also have a DVD from a Kentucky TV station with interviews from people and families of 4 and 5 generations raising these fine horses. We thank you for joining us and hope you enjoy your time here at the Northwest Equine Horse Fair and Expo. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mountain Pleasure Horse.
I said, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining, shine on.